Oh, I got it all cleaned up in here. What's up, party people? We are back in America, obviously, because we are back in the truck. And speaking of which, it needs a little bit of help. It's pretty dirty, it's pretty disorganized right now. But before we get to all of that, I want to use it as an actual truck first. I say that because I want to go mountain biking. If you haven't seen my last set of videos, I was just in the Philippines for a month. So now back in America, before we head out on our next cross-country truck trip, which is actually coming up very soon, I wanted to just get out there, use the truck to haul the mountain bike, because there's no stuff in it right now. If you haven't seen my last video about going to the Philippines, check it out. But I think it's pretty obvious that this bike hasn't been ridden in a while because, well, that. My favorite 8-ball. Missed that. So after the Philippines, it feels good to be back home, get that reset. I mean, honestly, most days it feels just as hot here as it was over there, which is actually kind of crazy. So I've been back only a short time now, but today I had a free day and I've been craving a pedal, and I really need to start cleaning my truck up and getting it ready for our next trip, which is in less than a week. It's a perfect overcast day, not the usual Carolina scorcher, so it's just everything lined up perfectly to go out and grab ourselves a pedal today, and I am super excited.
So sick!
This is way better than mountain biking in New Mexico, where I had to have the phone stand tucked into my jacket. I used to come here all the time. I used to be obsessed with this. And then, you know, you let life get in the way, you get lazy, and you stop coming and riding mountain bikes. No. Usually by this point, on your first lap, you're feeling a little cooked, and I sure am right now. Because I haven't hit that euphoric juices flowing state yet. I'm still in the this is hard work state. Runner's high. By the way, this hill that we're riding on right now is actually a mountain of trash. I'm not kidding. This whole hill is just a landfill that they grew a forest on and then plopped a bike track in the middle of it. So on hot days, and a little bit right now, you can really smell the garbage smell. But I will not complain about turning a landfill into something as beloved as this. This bike park sees so many visitors every day, at all times of the day. So I think that is an amazing way to convert a pile of garbage. All farmland over there. That was all just a big farm. Now they're putting in a business park. How am I over here already? Did they cut out a section of the track? This isn't normal. There's definitely something missing. But this section right here is one of my favorite on the whole track. Because those rollers are so much fun. And this one right up here is the best one. Ambulance warning and everything. Oh man, I love that one. And they totally blocked that off so you can't go straight. My rear tire is running low again. I can feel it. I'm sliding around. Not much. How are you? Oh, I can hear how low my tire is. Good morning. I think it's 12:30 by now. We're not nearly as fast as some of these guys, but we got a solid lap and a half in with tire problems and everything, so I am very happy with that. It was great to get out here, but I gotta go back because we have a lot of stuff to do to the truck. It's upside down and I have to flip it. That was so much fun. I'm so glad we got to do that. That was so great. And every time I go mountain biking, I'm like, why don't I do this more? But we have some work to do, cleaning out the truck, getting it ready. This is probably my only free day this week, so let's get to it. First thing I think I want to do is just take everything out. Oh, and I'm definitely vacuuming up that. Oh yeah, and we're ripping this fat hog out too. This is my table for truck stuff, because I don't want to put it on the ground. Found some old rocks in there, some old memories, and we got a lunch visitor. I think I see some Texas red dirt in there. Oh my God, look at that. That looks so much better. And I do want to get the mats done. But I don't know if I want to do all the work of hosing. Yeah, let's hose them. Oh. It feels so good to finally clean this thing up and get all this garbage out of here. I don't even remember what that's from. Oh God, this pack of extra gum has become like liquid. Oh. All right, now let's get started with it back in here. I think a little time lapse might help. Alright, so I'm clearing all this out because obviously we need a vacuum in there, something terrible. But another thing, look at this, look at this. I keep finding these rusty nails. Look at them, there's so many. There's another one here. There's two more here. Dude, there's so many rusty nails. And this is where we park cars. This is where I park my truck. This is from when we got new shingles on the roof like a year ago. Oh my God. I actually had way more clothes in here than I remembered, so hey, less packing for me. Once I get these drawers pushed back in, all that stuff will go away. And I'll start adding everything else that needs to go in. But in the meantime, we got to get this stuff back in as well. So most of this stuff is essential, and I am going to be bringing it with me once more, but stuff like this is a heater that sucks up too much energy to even use with my Jackery battery. So what's the point? If I'm plugging it into the truck, I'm running the truck and then use the heater in there. But stuff like your orange hat, everybody should have an orange hat with them, especially if you're hiking, because sometimes you'll be in an area where hunters are as well. This is to give myself a jump if I ever have to, so definitely keeping that with me. Of course, an extension cord, you always need that. Sunshade that I'll never use. Of course, I need my solar panels, and there goes my trusty green bag. Might remember this guy from my Philippines video. You should check it out. Of course, got the light. I got a couple of those. And definitely need bungee cords of all sizes. Always need bungee cords. So, not a lot came out of the truck. This sucker came off while we were up in Vermont. Good times. Just want to give you guys a little bit of a tour while we got everything cleaned out. So usually keep my bench seat up like that, keep a single seat down like that, which is a luxury that we have now that we're not hauling the mountain bike everywhere. I keep little essentials up in here like my headlamp, my air horn for bears, hot hands, stuff like that. I got a couple cans of Fix-A-Flat in here because this stuff actually works. Of course, got some microfibers and some smell good products right up there. And over here, this stuff like might look like clutter, but these are my gloves for collecting wood, dealing with fires and stuff like that. I actually have this Jersey Mike's wrapper from a couple months ago, just in case we need to start a fire in a pinch. Got some bug spray, you always need that. And this is actually some like saline solution, so you can use that if you have like an infected piercing or something. I was using it for my new earring a little while ago, so I still have that. Got my tarp and stuff up here, got some GoPro equipment down there under the seat. And all this might look like clutter, but I really love collecting maps from like the places that I've been, especially the national parks. Oh, that's not a national park one. Like that. I love collecting these little flyers. Any trail that has one, I am gonna grab it just because I love the memories. I love having them in the store. I love looking at them and just physically seeing all the places that I've been as I'm driving. I'm gonna get all this stuff thrown back into the truck in a neat and tidy manner so I can stop taking up the driveway. All right, this is how we're looking now with everything back inside. I love it. Way more clean. I love that this is clean. Obviously, we're gonna have more stuff in here before we go, like more shoes and stuff, but overall, oh, yes. And then we just gotta clean all this stuff up, which shouldn't be too hard. Also, I was told to wash all of my clothes, so more packing for me. So I got it all cleaned up in here. The floor could still use a little bit of work, but all this is away. That's all tucked away. So now really I just have to bring my food in here, pack my clothes. But oh, it feels so much better to start with a clean, blank, empty canvas. Ooh. So we definitely need our trusty pot. And of course I'm gonna take some of our seasonings here. We have, of course, our giant tub of rice. Loves popping open on me and spilling everywhere. But I gotta top this sucker off. I always have rice with me because it just goes with anything. You can flavor it however you want, and it's good for filling up your belly. Okay, we're gonna put our food stuff away now. Like I said, always gotta have a pot, gotta have some stuff to stir the pot. I always love to have a ton of spices on me, like stuff for making oatmeal, cinnamon sugar, chili powder, complete seasoning. Stuff that's versatile, stuff that works with a lot of dishes. Of course, a giant salt. If you're wondering why there's duct tape on here, watch one of my New Mexico vlogs because I burnt it a little bit while cooking. Always good to have a bunch of Tupperware on you. Whole bunch of different sizes. Like, when would I ever use these? I don't know. I do use all different sorts of Tupperware all the time, and it's just good to have on hand. And then I have my giant boxes of my fillers, like to say. This one is pasta, got all sorts of various pastas in there. And then you saw me refill my rice one. This is where I keep all my knives. There's supposed to be more than that in there. Hopefully I'll remember those before I leave. I probably won't. And then actual food. So if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I live off of these packs. These are about $1 each at Walmart, and you can get beef pre-seasoned, pre-packaged, pretty much good to go. You just need to reheat it. You can get tuna with all sorts of flavors, pulled pork. So you got all these to just add to your rice or your pasta, and then boom, you have like a $1.50 meal. It's fantastic. It's really good, and it fills you up. And for lunch, I love to grab these. They're about $1.50. These are just like rice, beans, and a whole bunch of other stuff already mixed together. So these are awesome for when you're on the trail, you're hiking, and you just want something simple to throw in your bag. Of course, I always keep ramen on me because when you get that salty craving, it's trouble. And then I always keep cans of veggies. So usually I'll just do one of these packs of meat, and then the rice or pasta, and of course, a can of veggies to go with it. Okay, I'm liking it. I'm getting excited. We have all of our cans and packaged food in there from previous trips and excursions. Boom. So the back should be good to go. I mean, I just got to add some clothes in here. And real fast about clothes. So where I'm going this trip is up north again. And it's actually going to be chilly, even though it's still just the end of August. It's still going to be a little chilly up there. So what I want to pack is stuff like this. This is a big outerwear jacket. You know, it's going to be warm. It's going to be cozy. I like bringing stuff like that, or like this. Layers that I can wear open. It's gonna keep me really warm, but I can open it up if I have to. Obviously take it off and just be wearing a t-shirt if I have to. And then pants, what I always bring on my hiking journeys are pants like this that have, you know, some tactical pockets, if you will, some useful pockets. And these are just like, you know, they're made for hiking, like they're hiking walking pants. I love pants that just have pockets, because when you're hiking you really are doing so much and you need to hold so much, especially if you're taking videos, and sometimes the little green bag can't hold all of it. Also, this hat is pretty beat up and rough and crumpled from being buried under a mountain of stuff down here, so I think it's time we go to the store and get a new one for our new trip. Oh.
Totally take these to the track and see if we can hit a double.
Yeah, $7.99. Didn't these used to be like $3.99 at Walmart? I want the go-kart though. That looks fun. These things look like we'd snap them in half a day. You know, when you come to Tractor Supply for one thing, you always end up looking at everything else first.
The Evan Ember's supposed to be a pretty good grill.
Behold, folks, a pretty good grill. Okay, so somewhat recently our Tractor Supply got some hats, a big stock, and I want a new hat, but I'm just wondering, do I go with something a little JD Hog or maybe something a little more Indiana Jones? Oh no, this is very important work. You want to know the sad ending? I didn't realize they were that much. I thought last time we were here they were a little cheaper. I must have been thinking of like these prices for those up there. I don't know. But I can't spend that right now. I need gas money, because we're not just going up north. We're going out west too. We got a lot of adventuring ahead of us. As much as I want a new hat, I want to be able to get there first. I do love this aisle though. Like, oh man, these things are so much fun. I mean, at these prices, you may as well just buy a real one though. Like $214 for that rifle. Spend the extra $100, get a real one. All right, so I guess with that, I'll see you next time. If you're still here, thank you for making it this far. I'm still sad that I didn't get a hat, but it's okay. If you haven't seen my Philippines video yet, watch it. And also, we're going up north. We're gonna see a very special band, and then we're gonna go out west, like I mentioned, hit up some of the most beautiful national parks this country has to offer, and I'm so excited for that. So stay around. If you watch this far, you're probably a loyal viewer, so